The Philadelphia Inquirer had a heck of a story yesterday about the large number of Philadelphia police officers who are on sick or injury leave, more than 10% of your department. Former Commissioner Chuck Ramsey, well known here in this area, called it the biggest scam going. Is this a problem, and is there anything you can do about it?
Absolutely, it's a problem, and I actually appreciate you asking me about that because I think there's a lot of interconnectedness in what we're trying to accomplish with lowering our crime rates here. Right? You can have the best plan on the planet, but if you don't have the resources to implement it, I think we see what happens. All of that to say, this is the result of legislation here that's existed long before my arrival, long before my predecessor's arrival. But the reason why this legislation was even put on the books was to protect officers who legitimately were injured and to ensure that they had a pathway forward to either help themselves heal and then return to work, or to at some point find other ways to be employed if it's deemed that they could no longer work here with the police department. What we found is that there are a lot of people here that take advantage of that. And while they may be injured initially at some point, whether, they say it's on duty, but they found ways to stretch it out. And then they also found ways, because of maybe some delays in the process, to find other ways to employ themselves while they were collecting a check from the city of Philadelphia. The problem with that is, I've been here for 2 years and we've been through everything, you name it, for the last 2 years here, whether it's civil unrest, the increases in violent crimes that we've seen, you name it, the pandemic, everything related to that. And there are still very strong-hearted, strong-willed men and women here in this department that show up every day. And because of the fact that there are individuals that choose to scam the system, these individuals that show up and show out every day are now taking on the burden of the additional work or the added hours, or working overtime because of those individuals who choose to scam the system. So it's absolutely a problem. I think it's deplorable. And, we will continue to work through our Internal Affairs Bureau, identify these issues or identify these individuals, and, investigate them, refer them to risk management, who then takes the investigation on from there and determines if there is further investigation that needs to be done and or criminal charges that need to be filed. But we will continue to do our part on that.